insane. Swipe that page, get in the mood. Comic-Con energy, we're bringing the food. Fan culture rise and fandoms unite. Welcome to our party, gonna be tight.
You're watching Kicking It with Onrie, the live shopping show. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Kicking It with Onrie, the live shopping show. I'm your host, Onrie Compan. It's great to be here with you guys tonight. To be honest with you guys, today I have been on very low energy. It has been my first day kind of like being back at home after the storm has passed, and I've been kind of decompressing a little bit. So if I seem a little low energy tonight, that's why. But I'm here, and I'm here to, showcase comics. So that's what we're going to do tonight. And I spent a lot of time today reading a lot of comics. I read a stack about this high, so my stack is this big. So now I've reduced it to like that much. So it's been pretty cool. I've read a lot of the new stuff that came out this week. So I'm catching up on comics that I haven't read over the last few weeks. So yesterday I read the first issue of Batman Hush 2. And to be honest with you guys, I wasn't that impressed with it. Jim Lee's artwork kind of felt standard Jim Lee. It didn't feel like, oh my God, Jim Lee is setting a higher bar for his artwork. I felt the same way about Jeff Loeb. The story so far doesn't seem to be taking shape, and it doesn't seem to be very consistent with what you would expect from Hush. It almost kind of feels like The Dark Knight Strikes Again, but with Hush this time and Jim Lee and Jeff Loeb. But like, you could feel the cash grab there. At least that's how I feel so far with that first chapter. Now, of course, you got to give things time to kind of shape up, but this is not a very good start to the series, and I was a little let down by that. I want to enjoy things. I go into these things with the desire to get the most out of it. But I will say one book that has not disappointed ever is Ultimate Spider-Man. The latest issue that came out this week has been great. If you guys aren't reading that, you're missing out. Ultimate Spider-Man by Jonathan Hickman is amazing. Every issue is awesome. This issue has Spider-Man fighting the Sandman, and now his son in this alternate universe is using the Venom symbiote. So it's really cool because you have two Spider-Mans teaming up. You have the symbiote Spider-Man teaming up with this other new version of Spider-Man, which is really cool. I've enjoyed that. Prior to getting on the air, I finished reading One World Under Doom 2, which has been really great. So basically, Doom became Sorcerer Supreme in a crossover series last year called Blood Hunt. And what happened was the vampires had taken over the world, and they basically blocked out the sun. And in order to undo everything, Doctor Strange had to team up with Doctor Doom and give him his cape and his title of Sorcerer Supreme. So Doom said he would give it back once he saved the world. Well, he's now in the process of saving the world. And that's what One World Under Doom is all about. He's basically taken over all the world's governments. And in this issue, he basically removes all borders from every single country. So now people can travel freely. And the Fantastic Four is like trying to stop him. And they think it's just going to be another run-of-the-mill encounter with Doom. But they don't realize, he's kind of thought beyond everything. And it kind of sets the stage for Doom to, showcase the positive side of what he has to offer. But at the same time, we all know that he's doing this because he wants glory, and he doesn't hide anything about that. That's the thing about Doom is he's very straightforward about what he's trying to achieve. He's not a fascist because fascism is built on lies, but with Doom, he's building everything on the truth. He knows he wants glory. He's telling everybody he wants glory, and the way he goes about doing it is very much like him. So it's an interesting storyline. I enjoyed that. I caught up on all the Absolute stuff. So I read Absolute Batman 6, which was great. Great in the sense that, okay, we completed an arc. We're hitting the reset button. We're starting a new arc. This arc ended fine. I think that there was a little bit of filler, too much filler in the Absolute Batman. Not to be unexpected, I suppose, but I was kind of hoping for more with that one. I read Absolute Flash #1, and it's kind of interesting how they're reintroducing the character here. You know, it's not Barry Allen who's the Flash; it's Wally West. It's revealed pretty early on that that's the case, so I'm not spoiling anything for anybody. And the way they approach the rogues is interesting. And then I read Martian Manhunter #1, which Absolute Martian Manhunter #1, which everybody's been talking about, saying that's like really awesome. It's got a very 60s psychedelic feel to it. It's interesting. I'm not going to say it's mind blowing, but it's like, okay, cool. This is the first issue. I'm glad to know it's only 6 parts. I'm glad it's not an ongoing thing. Honestly, I feel like a lot of these storylines should just be contained. They shouldn't just be ongoing. Ongoing stuff is really hard to keep up with, and eventually you lose interest, you know? So, what else did I read that I really enjoyed? Detective Comics. That's been great. Tom Taylor's Detective Comics has been fantastic. I've been enjoying that. So, there you go. If you guys are wondering, what have I been doing all day? I've been reading comics and watching Severance. So now I'm on episode 7 of season 1, and it's a pretty interesting show. I don't know if you guys have seen Severance, but it's good stuff. All right. So, feels always the same whenever you're watching any Kickin' episode. You spend $25 with me, you get to spin the wheel here. And if you spend $50 with me by the end of any show, and you're located within the United States, you get free shipping on your order. I'm also really kind of out of gas, too, because this week everything from the warehouse is coming here, and I have done absolutely no work to prepare for that today. Just simply looking at the work that I have to do to prepare for it is daunting, and I don't even know when I'm going to get to it. So right now I'm just trying to focus on being here with you guys and not worrying about my first world problems. So let's get to it. First book of the night, Doctor Strange, Master of the Mystic Arts. Number 32, we got a newsstand copy here. This is going to go for just $5 tonight. $5 on Doctor Strange, Master of the Mystic Arts, number 32. I have Spider-Woman, number 45, which is also going to go for $5. That's down from $8. $5 on this. Let's make it happen. King size annual Micronauts, number 1. That's going to go for $5. Newsstand copy. I'm going to say these are all fines. Fines are mid-grade books. Next up, I got some Frank Miller Daredevil here. Daredevil 189. Really striking cover here. This is going to go for just $5. Down from 10. Was at 10. Doing it for 5 now. Incredible Hulk 173. We got Cobalt Man here. This was 10. I'm selling it for 5 now. Down to 5. Another fine copy of the book. Master of Kung Fu number 35. We got Martial Arts Magic at its very best. The Death Hand. This is going to go for $5. Down from $15. Wow. That was an inflated price on that. And that just goes to show you where things have gone over the last few years. You know, I was talking with Kyle Northrup, my producer at The Experience today, about where comics have gone in terms of their value. Since COVID, the value of comics have kind of come down a bit, which is actually great news for you guys, anybody who's shopping here, because a lot of these books I picked up during COVID and priced out. All these FOMO books here were books that I picked up years ago during COVID and had priced them accordingly, and they just didn't move. I actually had them up on my eBay store for a long time. And here they are now. I'm just lowering the price on them because I'd rather move them than sit on them. At this point, whatever money I've collected on them, or whatever money I collected on the collections I purchased that included those books, has been pulled out. So I can afford to bring the price down on those books and give you guys a good deal. Next up, I have Uncanny X-Men number 163. Got some Brood action happening here. Kitty Pryde's got her. Is it Kitty Pryde? Her legs are all cut up. This is going to go for just $5. It is a direct edition copy. We'll call this a Fine Plus even. Invincible Iron Man number 147. We're going to do this tonight for just $4. Holocaust at high noon. Iron Man is fighting Whiplash, and we got some classic Bob Layton here. That's going to go for $4. Fantastic Four 192. This is going to go for just $4 today. $4 on Fantastic Four 192. The original Ghost Rider Rides Again, number 1. Published in 1991. I'm going to go for just $5 today. 5 on this. I have the Unexpected number 183. That's going to go for $4. $4 on this. 13. Who says it's his unlucky number? It's his lucky day. He inherits his uncle's fortune. Or does he? Death is standing right behind him. That is a really cool cover. It implies so much. I love it. $4. Superman's Girlfriend, Lois Lane, number 125, is going to go for just $2 today. This is a pretty beat-up copy. I'm going to call it a VG. Superman, Where Are You? Lois needs Superman when death rides the wheels. For some reason, this looks like Neil Adams. I'm just going to go for $2 right now for Lois Lane. Number 125. I have Avengers 199, The Madness Within Red Ronin. That's going to go for $4. And then I have Captain America 305, Captain America fighting Captain Britain. This is going to go for $4. Up top, I have some Defenders here. Defenders number 58, number 59, and number 60. These are some key issues of Dax Defenders run. I had them each priced at $10 a pop. I have since lowered the price down to $5 a pop. So now this run is $15. $5 a pop for Defenders 58 through 60. Get them all for $15. Actually, I'll run an even better deal. If you grab them all from me right now, I'll do it all for $12. I'll take an additional $1 off. These are now $4 books. Flex Mentallo, number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. This is the entire run right here. I'm into these books for about $60, but the value of the books have gone down since. So now I'm going to be selling these books for what their market value is. So I'm taking quite a hit on this, but I, again, want to move these books. So I will do this set here for $30 today for anyone who wants it. Flex Mentallo is going to go for $30. I have also taken a hit on New X-Men number 114, number 115, and 116. 114 and 115 include the first appearances of Cassandra Nova and Negasonic Teenage Warhead. If you decide you want to grab these 3 books, I had them priced at $40. Now I'm going to do them all for $20. They need to go. My loss is your gain. Yes, Flex is a Grant Morrison book, and it is illustrated by Frank Quitely. What's up, Leonard? How you doing, dude? All 4 issues are Grant Morrison and Frank Quitely. Let me know if you have any questions. In a moment here, we're going to start doing back issues. That's awesome, dude. I'm glad to hear it. I'm hoping to unload some books too. And let's get started on that. The first book I have of the evening is Mandela #1. This is going to go for $2. Soulfire #3A is going to go for $2. Noble Causes Extended Family #2 is $2. Pretty thick book. X-Men Blue #3 is going to go for $2. Justice League #12, $2 on this. Something that's cool about X-Men Blue. Over the weekend when I was in Planet Comic-Con, I ran into Cullen Bunn. I wanted to talk to him about his Magneto series, which I've been tracking down. Not only was he awesome in giving me a bunch of issues from that series, but he then told me that after he finished that Magneto series, it ended abruptly because Marvel went into its Secret Wars series. And after that Secret Wars series ended, he then picked up with X-Men Blue and continued his series. So this is essentially a Magneto book here. I'm looking forward to reading that Magneto series. It may entice me to go in and buy all those X-Men Blue books. Mighty Thor #354. Stand aside, Thor, for I am death, and Odin's soul is mine. This is going to go for $2. Yeah, I never read that Magneto series. So I've been hunting it down. And Cullen was really awesome because apparently one of his fans came by with a bunch of the issues that I was missing. And Cullen's like, if you need them, I can give them to you. And I'm like, dude, I'm not going to take comics from you. I'll buy them from you. And he goes, give me $5. And he plugged in a huge portion of what I was missing. So I'm now missing only 3 issues, 9 through 11. I had a #1 floating around somewhere, but I can't seem to find it presently. So until I find it, it's just kind of like floating out there, but eventually I'll come across it. Hey, Tori. Oh, you're helping the algorithm. It's all good. I have Plunge #2. That's going to go for $2. Bitch Planet #2 is $2. Patsy Walker Hellcat #4. #7. #17. Those are going to go for $6. $6 on the Hellcats. The Hardcore #7 is $2. The Dark Stars #37 is $2. Rumble #2 is going to go for $2. The Amazing Spider-Man Learning to Crawl 1.5 is $2. It looks like it's fun. Silent Mobius, Love and Chaos from Viz Comics is $2. Shatterpoint, a Broid miniseries, #3 and #4. That's going to go for $4. The Ones, #1 by Brian Michael Bendis and Jacob Edgar. That's $2. The Phantom Zone #2. It's part of a 4-issue miniseries. That's going to go for $2. Space Above and Beyond the Gauntlet, part 2 of 2 from Topps Comics, $2. Magnus Robot Fighter #24, $2 on this. All New Hawkeye, number 1 by Jeff Lemire, number 2, and number 3. If you grab all 3 of these books, it is just $6 for All New Hawkeye 1 through 3. Shaft, number 3 is $2. Crimson Flower, number 3 is $2. Tarzan versus Predator at the Earth's Core, number 4 of 4 is $2. Punchline, the Gotham Game, number 4 is $2. This is a character I'm also not really like superbly impressed by. She feels like a poor man's Harley Quinn, as opposed to something to really up the ante. She's not the Carnage to Harley Quinn's Venom. She really just kind of feels like an added-on character. She's evil because, you know, the DC tells you she's evil. I read everything that James Tynion did on Batman, and she was the least impressive part of that entire run. I also wasn't a big fan of Ghostmaker either. Nothing about his run was really that exciting for me, except for Jorge Jimenez's artwork, which always stands out. Being a very critical comic book guy tonight, but why not? I can state my opinion. And that's not telling you that you shouldn't get this book. I'm just telling you my opinion. I actually haven't read that Punchline series. I have Doc Samson, number 1. Number 2, he's teaming up with She-Hulk. Number 3 and number 4. Here he is teaming up with long-haired Tom Hutchinson Punisher. Tom Hutchinson from Big Dog Inc. He before he founded his company, he was the Punisher. Long-haired ponytail Punisher. This is going to go for $8. Steven Seagal Punisher. Dark Horse Presents number 31 and number 38. That's going to go for $4. $4 on these. Iron Patriot number 1 is $2. A Moment of Silence. This is going to go for $2. Alien, the original screenplay number 3 from Dark Horse Comics, $2 on that. You guys have any questions? Let me know. If we're not going to get much action tonight, I'm going to be honest with you guys, I'm not really feeling it. So if we're not selling comics, I'll probably end at the top of the hour. I'll show FOMO books, maybe give you guys a few extra minutes. But if we're not like really going to be claiming books tonight, I'm probably just going to call it a night, just because, you know, I'm not really feeling the best right now. So I need more time to decompress. But I'm here, so if you guys are buying, I'm staying. If we're not buying, then, you know, adios. We'll see each other when I'm reset, fully recharged and ready to go. If you guys have any questions about anything I've showcased so far, just let me know. X-Men and Flex. I'm doing Flex for, what did I say on that? 30. And X-Men is 20. So it's 50 for the pair, Leonard. I love you too, Tori. I love you guys. It has nothing to do with me being like all upset or anything like that. I'm just tired. I'm exhausted. Hey, William Doc Grant, what's up, man? Aloha. I have New Avengers number 35 and 48 by Brian Michael Bendis and Lionel Francis Yu. Grab both these books at $4. 1602 Part 6 by Neil Gaiman and Andy Kubert. All I got to do is say Neil Gaiman and everybody wants to jump on this. $2. No, I'm not sad at all. I'm actually doing very well. I've had an incredible 3 weeks touring. I'm just so exhausted. And there's just so much stuff to do around the house. So I have how many skids? About 6 or 7 skids worth of books coming to my house on Friday, and it's all my inventory, and I have to move it around everywhere and set stuff up, and I don't know where anything is going to go yet. I'm thinking about it, but it's going to be a lot of work. So I'm sort of dreading the work, and I have absolutely no energy right now to do any of it. I was hoping to get some work done today, like to move a couple things here and there to get ready for it, but I just didn't have the energy. Nothing. I really didn't. But otherwise, I'm doing great. I actually got an email this morning. Korea.net, which is this organization that is funded by the Korean government, reached out to me, and they now want to do an interview with me, which is great. So I've been getting a lot of press in South Korea, and I'm hoping that'll lead to something really cool. But we'll see what happens right now. But yeah, looks like I'm the talk of the town right now in South Korea, and hopefully I can stay that way for a little bit until I can work out some kind of deal. I mean, being in the spotlight is great, but it's a fleeting thing, and I'm hoping that there's some sort of business that'll latch on afterwards, like some kind of licensing opportunity or publishing deal, something to kind of make it all worthwhile. But it is worthwhile regardless. It's nice to have people talking about me, and the residual sales that I've gotten as a result of this has been great. But I'm hoping for something bigger, something to kind of keep me going as I continue to grow my business. So, but no, I'm not sad at all. I'm very happy. I've been very, very fortunate this last month. I have Infinity Ink Convergence number 1 of 2 going for $2. Just very tired. Very, very tired. Yeah, I have that I'm big in Korea look on. I really hope I can get out there somehow. That'll be great if there's some business that brings me out there. That's what I'm really hoping for. And a lot of people want me to come out there, but again, it's just it's got to make sense. It's got to make sense. Like, it'd be one thing if there was a comic convention and I got invited as a special guest. That would be awesome. That actually happened once in 2016. I went out there for some big animation exposition, and they were selling Yisun Shin over there, and that was really cool. It was a deal with my publishing company, and so that was nice. But since then, I haven't had anything. No one's invited me back out there, so we'll see. Spider-Gwen verse number 4. That's going to go for $2. Wow, Amazing Comic-Con, Comic-Con Honolulu got canceled? An Amazing Comic-Con? Oh, wow. Okay, so it's coming out next year. Tori, it does matter to me that you're proud of me. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I appreciate all of you guys. I'm here right now for you guys, regardless of anything. I have Spider-Gwen verse number 3 and number 4. This is going to go for $4. Even if it's just a conversation, all I got to say is if there's something like that happens. So like when you're at a convention, you're feeding off of the energy of other people, right? So like there's this entire floor packed with people, thousands of people. And you're feeding off of the energy of these people because you're talking to them and there's a conversation. When there's something that's going back and forth, people feed off of each other's energy. When I'm here talking to you guys, all my energy is expanding, and I'm like kind of like at empty right now. I wouldn't even say I'm 3/4 of a quarter tank or whatever, or a quarter of a tank full. I'm literally at empty right now. So the only thing that's kind of driving me forward to keep things going is to sell comic books. And we're now 30 minutes into the show and we haven't sold a single comic yet. So I got maybe about 30 more minutes of this, and then I will basically like faint on the air, and I don't want that to happen. So if we're moving books, that kind of like gives me a reason to keep going, kind of a thing. And it's nothing personal. I'm not like rage selling. I don't even have the energy to rage sell tonight, in all honesty. I'm here because I promised you guys I'd be here. Mike Storm, how you doing? And we met at Tampa Comic-Con. So it's very simple. All you got to do is drop your email. I will email you an invoice. And if you decide to start buying books, I will hook you up with free shipping if you spend over $50. If you spend 25 bucks, I'm going to spin the wheel for you. So we met at Tampa last year, huh? I'll be back at Tampa this year. Great to see you. I got to say, every time I meet people at Comic Cons and I get them to sign up for our newsletter, the one thing I'm hopeful for is that whatever I do will bring them back to the show. So if anything, we should all give Mike Storm right now a round of applause because he just literally shoved the fuel nozzle up my butt and started, releasing gasoline in there. So if I let some gas out tonight, that's why. He's now got me up to like a quarter. All right, this is cool. Mike, welcome to the show. Thank you for being here. All right, I have Ben Reilly Spider-Man, number 3 of 5, number 4 of 5, and number 5 of 5. This is a 5-part series, and it's written by J.M. DeMatteis, who actually edited Mark's A Tale of Survival for me. And he's fantastic. He's done a lot of Spider-Man stuff. And that was one of the reasons why I hired him, was because he wrote the first comic I ever read as a kid, and he also wrote the most emotionally impactful comic I ever read as a kid, and that's why I hired him to be my editor. So these 3 issues are going to go for $6. Ghost Rider number 1, the original Ghost Rider Rides Again, that's going to go for $5. Let me know if you want to claim that, Mike. If you want to claim it, just put the title of the book in the comments. I'll set the book aside for you. We'll make a pile for you. And then you can just email me. I'm going to put my email down here in the comments. You can send me an email with your contact information with all of your stuff, or you could just drop your email in the comments, whatever you feel comfortable with, if you're okay with that. All right. I am doing that for you, sir. Awesome. So I got a new tab for you. I'm also moving, so I'm redoing my office. Right now, my shipping station is upstairs in my office, and I've decided to consolidate that space. Mainly because when I do like live streams, like where I'm on interviews and stuff like that, I don't really have a good background. So I also think my ship station is taking up too much space. I'm used to it. I'm used to having a lot of space for it. So I'm planning to move it downstairs into the basement. And that's just requiring me to go up and down the stairs a lot. And I don't feel like doing that today. Again, first world problems. Not bad problems I have, but they are first world problems. Captain America number 26 is going to go for $2. I have another Captain America there? No. It goes here. Dark Crisis Big Bang number 1. This is a one-shot. It's going to go for $2. Lynch Mob number 2 from Chaos Comics. That's $2. Blackest Night JSA number 1 is going to go for $2. Iron Man. What the other Iron Man? That's on the bottom here. Invincible Iron Man 147. I got that for you. Mike, I have some more Iron Man and some more Ghost Rider to showcase. Give me a minute here. Let's see if you're interested in any of these Iron Mans that I have here. I'm a big Iron Man fan, by the way. Okay. Well, first off, I have this Ghost Rider number 1. This is the start of Ed Brisen's run. That's going to go for $5. I have Iron Man 181. This is going to go for $4. Iron Man number 1. This is the start of Keith Gillen's run. That's going to go for $3. Invincible Iron Man number 1 is going to go for $3. And Tony Stark Iron Man number 1 is going to go for $3. Let's see, we got them all 3, 3, and 3. That's 9 plus 5. So it's 14 if you want all those, plus the Ghost Rider would be 19 if you wanted to tack all those on. Let me know. There's some books I've been hanging on to for a while. Batman 89 Echoes, number 4 of 6 is going to go for $2. Vampirella Red Sonja, number 6, and number 8 are going to go for $4. Okay, we're going to take that Ghost Rider. Awesome. Mike, you have turned the tides, my friend. Thank you for being here. Buffy the Vampire Slayer, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5. Man, Sarah Michelle Gellar looks so young here. She looks so much older now in Dexter Original Sin. Number 6, you get all of them. It is going to be $10 for this Buffy stack. Buffy stack is 10. X-Men 37. This is part of the Phalanx Covenant. This is going to go for $2. Ultra number 2. Number 3. That's going to go for $4. Batman Gotham Knights number 18. Looks like a cool Brian Bolland cover here. That's $2. Amazing Spider-Man 276. $2. It's a water damaged copy of the book, but you can still read it. Your tab so far is $14, Mike. Philip Ragusa wants to see some Superman books. Hang on, Philip Ragusa, I'll pull out some Superman for you. Put these Iron Man books back. For the bottom rack, I have Batman Spawn War Devil. The first DC Image crossover for Batman and Spawn is going to go for $15 tonight. There's the other one that was done by Todd McFarlane and Frank Miller. This one was done by Chuck Dixon, Doug Mensch, Alan Grant, and Klaus Janson. This was the Batman team. The other one was the Spawn team. A-Team, speaking of teams, A-Team number 3 is going to go for $5. Awesome. All right, Philip Ragusa, you asked to see some Superman. I have a Superman stack for you. I have Action Comics 700. That's going to go for $5. Superman 75 sealed in the poly bag. That's going to go for $10. Adventures of Superman 500. That's going to go for $5. I actually have 2 copies of it. Adventures of Superman 505. Kind of cool foil here. That's going to go for $3 today. Superman, the Man of Steel number 1, 48-page spectacular. That's $5. Superman, the Man of Steel. This is the 6-part series by John Byrne and Dick Giordano. That's going to go for $5. And then I have Superman, the Man of Tomorrow number 1. That's going to go for $5. Let me know if you're interested in any of these Superman books, Mr. Ragusa. Now I have that A-Team song stuck in my head. There's some more $2 Supermans coming your way too. I have Night Thrasher number 2. That's going to go for $2. Weapon X, Marvel Comics Presents number 83. And number 84. That's going to go for $4. The Origin of Wolverine. X-Men Rarities. It's a pretty thick book here. Collected for the first time 5 rare tales featuring the Uncanny X-Men, Generation X, Mystique Iceman, plus Marvel's earliest mutant story ever told. Relive all the excitement and drama in this anthology that can only be called an X-Men rarity. $2. It's yours. All right. I want to do a bulk sales for all these books that are up on the rack right now. Leonard, I'm talking to you, baby. I'm going to do this double rack here for $25. $25 on the double rack. That's everything from here to here on up. All these books on the double rack, $25. You're essentially paying 30 cents a book. So going once, going twice kind of a thing. We'll wait until 42. And in about 15 minutes, we're going to do our FOMO books. These are books that I set aside to promote every single show. So if you guys read my newsletter, these are the books that I use to promote every single show. Special cool books. And usually when they don't sell, they end up on the lower rack here. So if you miss them on one instance, that doesn't necessarily mean you can't get it. You might be able to get it at a later show. All right, going once, going twice. He's waiting to see the FOMOs. Okay. All right, I'm going to take these books down. I might set aside this Marvel Comics Presents run. Just trying to build that out. Hi, Bentley. My dog is here. Looked like he wanted to say hi to everybody. Usually when he wants to say hi, he usually comes up and he stands right by me. But then he walked off just now. Probably saw that I was busy. You want to say hi to everybody, buddy? Come here, Bentley. There he is. Time for some Bentley cam. Come here. There's Bentley. This is my dog. He's a good boy. This dog like literally makes you want to just sleep all day. He is just, anytime I'm sleeping, he just jumps up right next to me, he cuddles right next to me, and I just fall asleep. I can't, I'm powerless before him. Yeah, right, puppy? Right? All right. All right, let me take out this rack too. And if you guys are watching at a later point, you can hit me up on Messenger or wherever and be like, hey, Onrie, do you still have those Hellcats or Bitch Planet or that Thor issue? And if I still have it, I will set it aside for you. That's no problem at all. I will invoice you guys on Friday, and I will ship out books as soon as you pay for them. And I will provide tracking for all of the packages that are outgoing so that you can see when your books will arrive to you. Yeah, he is such a good dog. I love him. You got dogs too, Mike? Keep moving here. I have Excalibur number 69. That's going to go for $2. I have Spectacular Spider-Man 159 and number 174. That is $4 for this pair. Green Lantern Corps number 28, number 44, number 45, number 46, number 47, number 52, number 53, number 58, and number 59. It's a nice big stack right there. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. I'll do these all for $15. There's 9 comics here. It'd be 18 if I was selling them all at 2, but I'll knock it down to 15. You have a German Shepherd and a Shih Tzu. That's like 2 ends of the spectrum there. Let me guess. The German Shepherd is terrified of the Shih Tzu. Sometimes that actually happens. Big dogs are sometimes afraid of small dogs. So Bentley, he was my sister's dog, and I adopted him at the time of my divorce. I moved in with my sister when my ex and I separated, and Bentley started hanging out with me because he's a very food-motivated dog, and I like to cook a lot. So I was in the kitchen, and he was always there watching me cook, and we became good pals after that. And he started following me around everywhere, and so when my kids would be with me, which was quite often, they grew attached to Bentley. So when I finally moved out of my sister's house back into my home, Bentley came with. It was sort of like the deal. So I live in this complex. My ex and I, we purchased a house, and then we separated weeks after we moved into this new house, which she is currently living in. And so when I moved back home, all my neighbors are like, "Hey, you're back." And I'm like, "Yeah, I ditched my wife and I got a dog." So it all worked out. Yeah, the Shih Tzu run shit, but they're such good dogs. My sister had a Shih Tzu for a long time. They're the cutest dogs ever. And the Shih Tzu she had, he was just such a calm, chill dog. He was awesome. I loved him. And I love Shepherds too. Shepherds are great. They're the best. Power Man and Iron Fist number 61. That's going to go for $2. Wolverine and the X-Men number 7. Number 9. And number 24. That's going to go for $6 on this. The Mighty Thor number 16. $2 on this. Marvel Tales number 244, Spider-Man and Professor X. And number 249, Spider-Man and Namor teaming up. That's $4 on these. Yeah, so Bentley, he was one of 5 dogs. My sister has a teddy bear. She has 2 Belgian Malinois. And the Malinois were bullying Bentley because Bentley's an alpha. You know, most Frenchies are. And he's so tiny compared to them. He's like a tank without a gun. He's got a lot of scruff, but the dogs are much bigger and fiercer and everything, so they would bully him a lot. He didn't like being over there. So my sister was actually in the process of rehoming him, and everything just worked out perfect. And now he's with me. And he's just like looking at me as he's laying there. I wish you guys, actually I can show you guys what he's doing. He cuddled up in his little spot here. I'm going to take a picture of him. He's looking, he's got his eyes right on me. There he is. He's just cuddled up here and looking straight at me. It's the funniest thing ever. Such a silly little creature. All right, I have Green Lantern Annual number 1. That's going to go for $2. And number 2, that's $4. I also purchased a new video game the other day. I picked up Alan Wake 2. And I started playing it last night. It's interesting. It's a very different game. Interesting. And it's made by the guys who made Max Payne, so those guys rock. I love Max Payne. American Vampire, number 19, number 20, and number 21, and number 22. That's going to go for $8. $8 on these. The Daredevil is $189, and that's going to go for $5. It's a newsstand copy, down from $10. This is when Frank Miller was doing it, so I believe this is a Frank Miller cover. I know I saw his initials on here. Does it say FM? Should say FM somewhere. On the sword. It's definitely Miller. It was staring at me before. Why can't I see it now? Looking for the FM initials. But anyway, here it is. And it's a fine on this. Fine condition means mid-grade. It's going to go for $5 if you're interested, Mike. I have to catch up on Daredevil Born Again. For the all-day Bentley cam where I just follow him around, Tori, you're going to be seeing a lot of snoring and a lot of sleeping. Okay, Mike's taking that. Awesome. Wonderful. There's another Daredevil book that we're about to put up for sale from our FOMO books. Fantastic Four 531 by J. Michael Straczynski and Mike McCone, $2. I have some Punisher here. The Punitive One, number 29, number 30, number 31, number 32, number 33, and number 35. Girls would 100% watch. 2, 4, 6. That's going to go for $12. I wish that sex therapist I sold my book to over the weekend would watch the show. Maybe she's watching right now. Who knows? What's up, James Patrick? How you doing, dude? I have Racer X. This is going to go for $2. Racer X from Now Comics. $2 on this. Who's your daddy and what does he do? I have Punisher War Journal number 4. That's going to go for $2. Immortal Red Sonja number 3 is $2. Conan versus Ruin number 1 and number 4. That's going to go for $4. And then 5. That'll be $6 on those. Conans. What's cooking, James? Which Punisher are you talking about? The War Journal? Or are you talking about the stack over here? Captain America, The Mighty Avengers, number 6 is $2. Phil Bergusa, if you're still in the room, I have some Adventures of Superman for you. I have Adventures of Superman 443, 444, 445, 496, and 551. That is going to go for $10. You're talking about this stack, right? Third one from the top rack. Talking about this one where he's the biker bloodbath. He actually fights Doom here. That's pretty wild. Rematch with Doom. So Punisher versus Doom. Silver Surfer. Yeah, just that first one. That is a good cover. Silver Surfer 51 and number 60 and number 61 and number 64. You get all these Silver Surfer books. It is $8. $8 on the Silver Surfers. Uncanny Avengers #1 by Rick Remender and John Cassaday. And number 5 is going to go for $4. All right, James is claiming the surfers. Okay. Quasar #31 is $2. Justice League Europe #12, we got Metamorpho here, $2. History of the Marvel Universe #6 is $2. Justice Society of America #7 is $2. Green Lantern #5, $2 on this. Department of Truth #1, I believe this is like a 5th printing, $2. Stealth #1 is $2. Witchfinder #1 of 5 by Sir Edgar Gray. Got Mike Mignola here, $2. Good stuff in this lot here. Oh, I totally hear you, man. I just had to put new tires on my car. That cost me $1,300. That sucked. But it'll last me 60,000 miles, and they're Michelin tires. So that's great because I do a lot of driving. So this will be great. It should last me a couple more years. I do a lot of driving to all these conventions and everything. So I'm on the road a lot. All right, let's see here. More stacks here. We're about 5 minutes away from FOMO, and it looks like I'm going to be here for the full 2 hours. Both Mike and James are keeping me here, which is great. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you picking up stuff. I have Sin City, Sex and Violence by Frank Miller. That's going to go for $5. I'm going to throw it on the lower rack here. We keep building out this rack. Batman 65, $2. Hey, it's got the Flash there. And we all know how much everybody here loves the Flash. DC Comics Bombshells Annual #1, $2. Spider-Man Marvel Knights #8, #9, #12, and #13, and #14. I will do all of these for $10. $10 for all of these. The Brave and the Bold presents Green Arrow, The Butcher, and The Question, #4, $2. Pep 281 is $2. Into Archie. Sigil #12 is $2. Black Canary #2, $2. Flash #13 and #24. No one's buying these books out of spite. Nobody likes Flash books on here. Everybody hates the Flash. It took me a long time to find one person who buys Flash comics. Black Canary #4, $2. Yes. He wants the Red Sonja and the Conans. Close. Immortal Red Sonja #3, $2 on this. Conan versus Ruin #1, #4, and #5. That is $6 on those Conans. And the Immortal Red Sonja, you'd be looking at $8 there, Mr. Nash. Peter Parker, The Spectacular Spider-Man. This is part of Chip Zdarsky's run here. We have issue 2, 4, 5, and 6. This is going to go for $8. Conans are off. Chris Nash. Miss Marvel, number 32, $2 on this. Iron Fist 75, $2. He has his rematch with Sabretooth. This is round 2. And I believe this is the first part of it. Ed Brisson and Mike Perkins on the artwork. Some good stuff here. The Last Song, number 1, $2. It's a music comic. Batman and the Outsiders, number 40, final issue, $2. Robotech 2, The Sentinels, number 7, $2 on this. And Road to Empire, number 1, The Kree Skrull War, $2. Oh, oops. Never mind. All right, it is FOMO time. You guys ready for this? We got some cool books for you guys. Hang on just a second.
It's FOMO time!
Is that an acronym for me getting a chance to play the Flash again? Oh, that's what it means. It was a good Flash! No one wants to play Flash comics on Onrie show because of me! And I can't buy comics either because I'm a big weenie!
Oh my God, like, shut up already.
I think I do a pretty good Ezra Miller impression. What do you guys think? On a scale from 1 to 10, 10 being the greatest, 1 being semi-great. I have Daredevil 185 going for $5. Fantastic Four 235 going for $5. King Conan number 2, $5 on this. Shang-Chi Master of Kung Fu number 69. 69! 69, bro! Moon Knight number 35. Smurfs number 3. I was on the hunt for 69 of the Smurfs, but I couldn't find it. It didn't get that far. The Incredible Hulk number 291. $5. And Uncanny X-Men 223. This is a pretty epic cover. Storm fighting a Cobra. Or an Anaconda. $5 on this. Smurfs is off to James. There are 7 FOMO books left. Okay, King Conan is off to Chris Nash. X-Men is off to Mike. Mike, you are now at $24. You are $1 away from a spin, sir. Five FOMO books left. Here we guys. The spin will happen at the end of the show. So we're at the top of the hour. So our show ends at 9 o'clock. So that's 10 o'clock your time if you're in Tampa. So around 9:58 your time, we're going to spin the wheel here. And whatever you come across is what you're going to get. So in most cases, you're going to get a free comic. And I will pick it off this board over here. So you'll get an additional comic. You can stay for it or you don't have to stay for it. It doesn't matter. I will spin for you either way. What's up, Todd Black? How you doing, dude? I saw Todd over at at Planet Comic-Con over the weekend. The power of Onrie compels you. I appreciate you saying that. Todd also had a really good show. Todd, I'm glad you made it home, and thank you for checking in on me. I appreciate that. You're a good man. All right, so I had that Robotech book over here, that up here. The question, number 11, $2 on this. Brave and the Bold, number 1, we got Batman and Green Lantern. Number 3, Batman and Blue Beetle. Grab both, it's $4. Pick something for the bottom row here. What obscure thing do I have here for you guys? Aha! Road to the White House. I've been trying to sell this book forever. Barack Obama. And it's going for $3 for anyone who wants it. Raise your hand and claim this book. No one will judge you politically. I will celebrate if that book sells tonight. I've had this book for a very long time. I've been trying to sell it. I was thinking, hey, this is just going to fly off the racks, but alas, it is not. No keep your political opinions to yourself. People come here to escape the politics. But someone out there really wants that Obama book. I know it. I can feel it in my plums. I could feel it in my soul. If you guys hear a voice in your head that says, claim that Obama book, it's there. Don't ignore it. It's real. It's real. All right, Obama is gone. Finally, the giggles and the shits are a blast in James's world right now. And tonight I'm going to be shitting and giggling as well. There will be lots of shitting, lots of giggling. Goodbye, Obama. See you in hell, candy lovers. All right. Let's see what else I'm going to put up here. Just a second, guys. I'm looking for something for that lower rack. Something that's going to move quick. Wonder Woman number 0. We got a Brian Bolland cover here. That's going to go for $4. Or Wonder Woman 0. All right. So if I don't have any claims on these $2 books, I'm going to take down this next rack here. I'm going to leave the FOMO books up. We're going to keep working here. Get all these other books out of here. You guys can still claim them. That's fine. And if you're watching this show after hours, you can still claim these books too. If I still have them, I will set them aside for you. The beautiful thing about my consolidation right now is everything is coming home. So if there's something you're looking for, let me know, and I can probably have an answer for you a lot quicker than I could before. Before I used to have a warehouse where I would store everything. Now I am leaving the warehouse. Yeah, that's Thunderbolt Ross. He's got a gun to his head. Surgeons General, there's a warning from the surgeons, have generally determined that Assistant Editor's Month is dangerous to your health. Wow. They doubled down on that cover. They really doubled down on that cover. Robotech 2, The Sentinels, number 1 and number 5 and number 7 and number 8. Those are going to go for $8 for the Robotech 2 books. You'll take it. All right. We're halfway through the FOMO books. Oh, sorry. All these FOMO books today are from Planet Comic-Con. This is all stuff I picked up while I was there. All right, so we got 4 FOMO books left. I'm going to show them off again for you guys. We're halfway through them. This is great. Moon Knight number 35. It's the final issue of Doug Mensch and Bill Sienkiewicz's run here. 35 full issues. That's going to go for $5. Fantastic Four 235. Early John Byrne Fantastic Four. That's going to go for $5. Daredevil 185. That's going to go for $5 as well. And Master of Kung Fu number 69 is going to go for $5. Claim them all. It's 15. I would do them all for 16 if you claimed them all. That would be taking $1 off of all of them, but you have to claim them all. Twilight Zone number 7, $2. Sensational Wonder Woman number 2 and number 4. That is $4. Okay. Daredevil gets claimed. Batman number 24, Zero Year by Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo. That's $2. Brigade number 1 is $2. Catalyst Agents of Change, week 4, $2. Shotgun Mary number 1, $2. Shotgun Mary number 2, $2. Okay, Twilight Zone is off to first Nash. Shotgun Mary Deviltown, $2. In Chaos Comics, I have Dead King number 3. That's $2. Dragon Ring number 5 is $2. Exo Manowar number 29 is $2. The Magic Order number 4, $2. The Zero Patrol number 1, $2. The Punisher Max number 17, $2. Falcon and Winter Soldier number 2 is $2. Solar Man of the Atom number 37, $2. Oh my God, seriously, I think Bentley snoring is something that automatically makes me want to fall asleep. Whenever I hear this dog snoring, I'm just like, I'm like ready to faint. It's so intoxicating. And you just look at him and he looks so comfortable and peaceful sleeping. He's so out of it. Jason Toyboy from Continuity Comics. This was Neil Adams' own publishing company. This is going to go for $2. I have Steel number 7. That's $2. Gen 13, The Unreal World number 1 is $2. Domino number 2, $2. Trencher number 2 is $2. Superman Batman number 16. Number 29, number 31, number 53. Those are going to go for $8. The Ferret, number 7, is $2. The Picture of Everything Else, number 1 from Vault Comics, is $2. Ultimate Spider-Man 42 and 43, that's $4. Chris, I'm glad I could sell you your Conans, dude. I'm glad to be your one-stop shop for Conan. Conan was a really big inspiration for me with Eason Shin, by the way, in terms of the style of the book. Starchild Crossroads, $2. Skull Kickers, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, and number 6. That's going to go for $10 for Skull Kickers. I keep thinking the title is called Skull and Kickers, but it's just Skull Kickers. Okay, the Ultimate Spider-Man number 42. Gotcha. Is it the cover that got you there, Mike? I really like Mark Bagley. He's fantastic. Great artist. All right. Let's keep moving here. Silver Sable in the Wild Pack number 5. She's fighting Dr. Doom, $2. The original Dick Tracy number 2 is $2. Zorro number 2. Number 4. Number 5 and number 12. I will do all these Zorro books for $8. Oh, that's cool. The spike gauntlets that he wore when he was in the arena. Amazing Spider-Man 627, $2. Omega Men number 4, $2. Amazing Spider-Man 277, $2. War Machine number 5, $2. No, just sir, please, not a madam. I've been bar mitzvahed. I'm all man, baby. The Silencer number 10, $2. Not that there's anything wrong with being a lady. The Goon number 136, $2. And Silencer 10 is a foil cover, which is pretty cool. Web of Spider-Man 128 is $2. Joe Kubert's Tour number 4, number 5, and number 6. That's going to go for $6. Hulk 2099 number 4 is $2. X Factor 92, $2. Silver Surfer Annual number 3, $2 on this. I have Green Lantern Rebirth. Pretty much the entire series here. We have number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, and number 6. This is a great run right here. The only issue you're missing is number 1. You got a full run here. This is how Hal Jordan returns to become the Green Lantern again. It's a really great series. This is all going to go for $10. ASM 277 is off to Chris Nash. Play the Moyle. No one slipped up. I have 2 children that prove that nothing slipped up. They're my evidence. Ultimatum number 2 and number 3. That's going to go for $4. Front row Fright Night. Oop. Are you talking about the unexpected? That's going to go for 5. Let me know if you want that. Tour is actually by Joe Kubert. So I think if you're a fan of Conan, I think you'll like this. And it's a 6-parter. This is half of it. This is parts 4 through 6. I can see what I can do about finding you the rest. But if you decide you want it, it's just $6. I haven't read it, but I've heard very good things about Tour. And you can't go wrong with Joe Kubert art. Heck, the man's got a school named after him. I got some Jim Lee Fantastic Four, number 2 and number 3. This is clearly a Hulk 181, tribute cover. Here, you can kind of see it. Hulk, is the Thing. Namor is in the Wolverine pose, and you got the Human Torch and Mr. Fantastic in the background. This is a pretty cool cover. $4 on these Jim Lee Fantastic Fours. Tour is off to Chris Nash. Comics are moving, and when they're moving, I'm grooving. FF off to James. Nice pickup, James. Cable and the New Mutants, number 1. It's a reprint of the first appearance of Cable, $2. Ghost Rider 7, $2. Doc Savage, number 2 and number 3. I'm going to go for $4. Legends of the DC Universe, number 26 is $2. Maelstrom, number 2, $2. Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver, number 2 is $2. R.L. Stein's The Stuff of Nightmares, number 1 is $2. And Star Trek, number 20 is $2. I have 3 FOMO books left. We have Master of Kung Fu, number 69, going for $5. Fantastic Four 235 is $5. Moon Knight 35 is $5. What's up, Katie? How you doing? Got Katie in the house. Trek. James, I have another Trek. I think I have 23. Give me a second here. If you want to throw it on as well. Yep, there's more Trek. Trek 56. You want to throw it on? Yes. All right. Yeah, same here. I'm so exhausted. I'm like running on empty right now. After all these cons and everything, I'm exhausted. Yeah, I need a long vacation too. Streaming takes up a lot of energy. It's a lot putting yourself out there. Amazing Spider-Man number 850 and number 870. This pair is going to go for $4. $4 on these two amazing Spider-Mans. And then I got Sinister Sons number 1 and number 2. That's going to go for $4. 4 on this pair. Oh, it's so exhausting. Both Spider-Mans are off to it's a nice pickup there. Nick Spencer and Ryan Otley on Spider-Man. Am I going to Indie Pop in June? Not likely. I just got back from Indianapolis, so I think I'd be saturating the market by going back so soon in June. And I'm trying to get out a little bit further out west, like Denver, perhaps Dallas. We'll see. I'm sorry to hear that, James. I hear you there. Nightshade number 2 is going to go for $2. Okay. Give you guys a going once, going twice thing at 8:28. I'll take these down. So in about a minute. If you see anything you like up on the board, claim it. I'm going to do Cincy Expo. I'm definitely going to do Cincinnati this year. I want to do that one. I had to miss it last year because it fell on the same weekend as New York Comic Con. This year, it's 2 different weekends. I'm trying to get up for Motor City Comic Con in May, but right now I'm waitlisted, so I'm going to try harassing them pretty soon. Yes, it has been. It's been great. I've done 4 shows already this year. And I've sold out at 3 of them. Like New Orleans was my first show of the year. And I kind of thought of it as like an exhibition match because it's like, that's like the first time I've done it. I've been to New Orleans before, but I kind of got what I expected out of that show. So I was very happy with the results. But it was not a complete sell-through, which is fine. I still did really well out there. I was really happy with it. Still made the exact amount of money I was hoping to make over there. But then Emerald City, that was a huge that was my best show ever. And followed by Indianapolis Comic-Con, or Indiana Comic-Con, that was great, and then Planet Comic-Con. But all these shows in a row, it was a lot. We sold close to 2,000 pounds of comics over the last 3 weekends. And it's just me working these shows, like slinging books and moving around. So if you guys have seen me at shows and you know how I work, this is how I do it all over the country, and have been doing it so for 16 years now. That's where I make the bulk of my money. When I do this, I started doing this around the time of COVID because conventions were all canceled or postponed. And so I had no means of making any money. I was doing some freelance work, but it wasn't really bringing me much. So I got into collectibles, and I'm really happy I got into it because it's allowed me to really expand stuff. And now that business is kind of like slowed down a little bit. It's ebbed a little bit, but it has its moments where it picks back up, and that's great too. So this is what I do when I'm not going to cons, and I like being here just as much. This is great because it allows me to be surrounded by comics all the time, which is what I love doing. So, and I love this industry very much. 100% committed to it. The hustle is real. Yeah, I want to. I saw her at Adams too. I've seen lots of people over the last couple of weeks. Lots of people in the comics biz. Everybody's touring right now. And what's crazy is there's people who are literally doing this every weekend. They're at they're doing shows like 51 weekends out of the year. I don't know how they do it. I would not be able to do that. Going at the pace that I go, of course. It's a little different, but it's a lot. Yeah, I'll be at C2E2. I'll be at C2E2 in 2 weeks. And next week, I'll be revealing a new cover variant for Warline 3. We got a cover by April Reyna and JT Malloy. They're going to be set up with me at C2E2, and we'll be, showing off the new cover that they're going to do for us. And you can get a triple signed by them. You guys will have a chance to pre-order on the show, which is going to be cool. And I'll print up books, and we'll have them at the show. Looking forward to it. It's going to be a great C2E2 this year. I think is going to be really great. And I really need it to be a home run. Last year was tough. Last year C2E2 was not very good for me. I don't know what it was. It must have been undergoing a lot of stress or something. I was undergoing a lot of stress, so it was not the best year I had at the show. So hoping to make up for it this year. And I think having a new variation of Warline specifically for the show, that'll do the trick for sure. Yeah, you can get it. You can get a triple sign. I'm not taking pre-orders yet, but I will next week. We'll probably start taking pre-orders next Tuesday on the experience. So when I get on the experience next Tuesday night, it'll be 7 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Mountain Time, 9 p.m. Central, and 10 p.m. Eastern. Just read the newsletter that I'll send out. I'll reveal the cover that night, and you guys can pre-order your books. They will come triple signed. That is not a problem at all. For all pre-order copies only. If you're at the show, you're going to have to buy from April and JT in order to get them to sign stuff for you, or whatever else they choose to do. But basically, the way I feel personally, and the reason why I push this so hard, JT and April provided me with the artwork for this cover, and I want them to make money on it. So aside from just simply giving them comps, which really doesn't do them much good, I require them to charge people for their signatures by buying something of theirs. This is a way to influence people to buy more independent comics, and it also helps them with their bottom line because they're putting in the time. So that's what I always push. And honestly, that's something that Fabrice and I kind of worked out early on. And at first I was kind of like, people should just sign stuff. But honestly, I feel like in this case, it doesn't benefit anyone if everybody's just getting something for nothing. And charging for a signature, that's not really doing anything. What really matters to all of us independent creators is that people are buying our work and reading it. And JT puts out an excellent series called The Sapphire Spectre. And if you pick up his books, I'm sure he'd be more than happy to sign your copies of Warline for you. So that's what I require. Not what I require. That's what I strongly recommend that they do. I don't know if they'll do it, but for those of you guys who pre-order on the shows, it's like a couple copies. They'll sign it, and you guys are my regulars, so I'll take care of you. But if you're at the show, that's how we're gonna have to work it out. Jacob, you're in a situation where you're considered one of my regulars. I'll take care of you, so don't worry about it. Thanks, buddy. No, I appreciate it. Jacob, you got me through one of the toughest periods of my life. And I say this sincerely because when you started shopping with me, it was at a period when I was at my lowest. As I mentioned before, at the beginning of the show, most of you guys who watch on a regular basis know that I'm divorced now. But when I first moved back into my house after being divorced, it was a really difficult time for me because I was now living in this house. Before I was living in this house, it was on a 2-income household. And now it was a 1-income household. It was everything I was bringing home. So it was kind of frightening to me. I wasn't sure I could do it. But you bought so much stuff for me, and you kept me afloat throughout that winter. And now things are in a better place. So thank you for being there for me. You helped me out tremendously. All of you guys are helping me out. And yes, I am a lot happier now. Way happier. and way more tired too. All right, I got Symbiote Spider-Man 2099. That's going to go for $2. Action Comics 996 is $2. Bloodhound number 2, number 4, number 5, number 6, and number 7, and number 9. 8 long boxes of books, dude. Like seriously, 2, 4, 6, $12. Yeah, you got me through that winter season. I mean, that was rough because all the and I can't even tell. There was even more drama at that point because there was something that happened that year that got me. Aside from going through a divorce, it was like a lot of things. A lot of bad things were happening to me at once. I was hoping. I was at Emerald City Comic Con, and for years I've been doing this show. I've been doing it since 2013. And they used to give me like all these badges. Like I got like 6 badges at the show. They still give me like a ridiculous amount of badges. And what I was doing was I was taking these badges and I was reselling them outside. Well, over time, you know, before it never mattered, and it would kind of help me out. I'd get like I'd just pawn them off for like $150. I get all those badges. Well, ReedPop sent an email out that year saying that you're not allowed to do that. I did not get this email, so I sold off those badges, and they let me finish the show, luckily. But by the end of the show, they said you're off the circuit. We're kicking you out of all of our shows, and that includes New York and C2E2 and Emerald City. I was so devastated. I had just sold out at this show. I'll show you guys the picture. Picture says 1,000 words, and it hides 1,000 things too. But let's see, where was that picture? Right here. I just sold out at this convention. And literally 5 minutes after I took this picture, my rep came up to me and was very, very stern and said, "You're off the circuit." I was devastated. I can't even begin to tell you. I mean, that's a huge amount of income that is lost. Now, of course, you know, that's not the end all be all, but this was in 2022 when conventions were first coming back, and now it was kicked off a circuit. So that really hurt. So that year I missed New York Comic Con, and that's a big show to miss. So Jacob, what you did for me mattered that much more because I had missed New York Comic Con that year. I was counting on that income. So I really appreciated that. But fortunately, I was able to get back in ReedPop's good graces by letting them know that I made a mistake and fessing up to it, apologizing, and promising them I would never make that mistake again. And here we are a couple years later, and I have a really good restored relationship with them. Things happen in life, but the most important thing is how you show up. You can make mistakes and you can own up to them and do your best to keep the relationships that you have intact, or you can move on. It's your choice. But I chose to stick with them because they've been very good to me, and I like doing shows with them. I tend to do very well. Well, thank you very much. Jacob also saw me have like a couple breakdowns at shows too because of the amount of stress that I was under. So, you know, I appreciate this guy on many levels. He's helped me out a lot. Bloodshot number 2 is going to go for $2. Overwatch, free comic book day, $2. And then I have Tracer London Calling, number 1 of 5 and 2 of 5. You can get them all for $6. Ice Cream Man, Image First, number 1 is going to go for $2. The New Invaders, number 0 is $2. Moon Knight 13 is $2. Web of Spider-Man Annual number 2, we got a Charles Vest cover, $2. A fourth of the comics you own are because of me. Well, I'm glad I was able to help you expand your collection. That means a lot. I'll tell you, 100% of my collection was acquired by me too. I made the decision to buy all those books. The Spider-Man. You want just the Web of Spider-Man and the Symbiote Spider-Man? Those are $4. Or did you just want the Web of Spider-Man annual? Let me know. I'll set them aside. You have first right of refusal. Violator number 3 is $2. Nova number 1, $2. A cool little foil thing going here. Grendel number 1 from Kamiko, $2. Okay. That Symbiote Spider-Man is interesting. Symbiote Spider-Man number 4. Mike, I'm a huge Spider-Man fan too, by the way. Nova. James Patrick. I have the Daredevil number 7 annual. We got a Mike Mignola cover here. $2. I have some 300 era Daredevil here. These are a little bit more on the rare side. Daredevil 322, 325. This is also Black Armor Daredevil. 326, 327, 329, and 330. All of these Daredevils. We got 2, 4, 6. 6 Daredevils at $12. 6 at 12. And we have exactly 18 minutes left on the clock. So 18 minutes left before I end tonight's show and go make myself some dinner after taking a shower, because you guys are not here right now, but I reek. I smell horrible right now. I smell like I crawled out of Bentley's butthole. Which Daredevil are we taking? Are we taking the Daredevil stack or the Daredevil annual? Let me know, Jacob. Mark Hazard Merc number 1 is $2 for 12. Got it. 2, 4, 6. The 300s, gotcha. That's a good stack there. Here's another good stack that didn't sell yesterday. I'm shocked. Iron Man 201, 202, 203, 204, 205, and 206. You get them all. It is $12 for these Iron Mans, which are all in great shape, by the way. Daredevil annual. Yeah, those Iron Mans are great. Sin City, a Dame to Kill For, number 2 of 6, 3 of 6, and 4 of 6. That's half your run right there. That's going to go for $6. Mike's taking Iron Man 206 at $2. Mike, you're getting the hang of this. You can break up my sets too. No problem. Exo Man-O-War number 1 is going to go for $2. Judge Dredd number 8 is $2. If anybody wants that Iron Man set now, it is now $10. X-Men and the Clandestine number 1 and number 2. This is by Alan Davis. You can grab this stack here for $4. The Flash Rebirth number 2 is $2. Mickey Mouse Adventures number 1 and number 6, that is $4. Close up on the Dread, no problem. $2 on the Judge Dredd. Get another stack here. So we got a final stack here. Uncle Scrooge number 243, 246, and 265. That's going to go for $6. Put that in the Mickey's. The Ultimates 3 number 2 is $2. Walt Disney's Comics 531 is $2. The Huntress number 2 is $2. Secret Origins starring Shadowlass and Dollman number 8 is $2. Deadshot number 1 and number 3. That is going to go for $4 for the Deadshots. Deathstroke the Terminator number 6 is $2. Fantastic Four 287 is $2. That's one of John Byrne's last issues. Fantastic Four 392, $4. Scrooge, $6. And the Walt Disney. There's the Walt Disney. There we go. Saga of the Submariner. This is a great series here. I have number 1, number 2, number 3. We're going to jump ahead to 6, number 10, and number 11. This is a 12-part series, and it's really fantastic. I highly recommend jumping on board with this. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Get all 6 for $12. It's written by Roy Thomas and illustrated by Rich Buckler. It goes over the entire history of Namor. It's really good stuff. I read this in order to get a narrative tone for Warline. I have Walt Disney's Donald Duck 248 and 254 going for $4. New Ultimates, number 1, number 2, and number 3. That's $6 on those. Ultimate Doom number 1 is $2. Metamorpho number 2 is $2. Ultimates 2 number 1 is $2. Garth Ennis and Derek Robertson's Fury. I have number 1. Missing number 2, but I have 3, 4, 5, and 6. This is a pretty brutal series. It's very good. I love it a lot. This is going to go for $10. You're just missing issue 2, but otherwise we got the full run there. Okay. Box are off. All right, next up I have a real gem here. This is the majority of Kevin Smith's Green Arrow series. You're just missing the first 3 issues, but I have number 4, number 5, number 6, number 7, number 8, number 9, number 10, number 11, number 12, number 13, number 14, and number 15. I actually have all of these books in my personal collection. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 books here. That would be $24. I do it all for 20. So it's buy 10, get 2 free. 12 of the 15 books are right there. Amazing Spider-Man number 12, Legacy number 906 is $2. Daredevil 109 is $2. Green Arrow, nice pickup there, Jacob. Wolverine, Civil War tie-in. We got number 45, 46, and 47. That's going to go for $6. Daredevil Blood of the Tarantula number 1 is $2. The other Daredevil sold. Mike. Lots of action tonight on Kicking It. This is great. Yeah, this totally turned around. I thought I was going to be here for an hour. I'll be back on the air tomorrow at the same time. This will be my last show of the week. So tomorrow is the eve of when everything from the warehouse is moving out. So tomorrow I'm going to be going over to the warehouse. I'm going to put together a collection of books that'll be we're going to do $5 trades tomorrow for sure. It'll be our last run of $5 trades until I can buy new stuff. But yeah, tomorrow we'll be back on the air. $5 graphic novels, so don't miss it. Yeah, thank you, Chris. Appreciate it. Good job on everybody. Thank you. Marvel Tales starring Spider-Man number 200 is $2. The Ray number 1 is $2. J.J. Abrams and Henry Abrams Spider-Man number 5 is $2. Savage Spider-Man number 3 is $2. Stargirl, The Lost Children number 5 is $2. Tales of the Green Lantern Corps number 1 is $2. Black Orchid number 19 and number 22, that's going to go for $4. And Star Wars Obi-Wan number 2, number 3, and number 5 is going to go for $6. Lorena's even jumping in at the last minute here. Look at that. Spidey, Doctor Strange. Okay, that was all they were all in there. Wolvie Civil War. All right, you guys have cleaned me out. This is it. Okay, I have 3 FOMO books left from today's show. We have Master of Kung Fu number 69 going for $5. Fantastic Four 235, Moon Knight 35. Each one's going for $5. No, Savage Spider-Man's actually it's its own thing. It's actually connected to Baron Zemo. Baron Zemo does an experiment on Spider-Man that turns him into the Man-Spider. And it's a 5-issue series where basically Spider-Man is, giving into his primal side and he's become a spider. And he's off on, I think, the Savage Land with Baron Zemo, if I'm not mistaken. Where are they? I don't think they're on the Savage Land, but there's definitely it's definitely Baron Zemo tied. Wonder Woman. Which Wonder Woman? We're taking Wonder Woman 0. Is that 4? Put that at 4. Tab so far. Mike, you are at 7. 6. Hang on, bud. I'll tell you in a minute. You're at $40, sir. Yeah, that Wonder Woman's the only one you see. That's the only one I see, too. All right, I'm going to go over the bottom row one more time. And then it'll be time to spin the wheel. And we're closing out today's show. I'm going over the bottom row one more time. And that is it. That is the end of today's show. Yeah, $50 gets you free shipping on your order. Okay, I have Doctor Strange, Master of the Mystic Arts, number 32, going for $5. Spider-Woman, number 45, is $5. King Size Annual Micronauts. Number 1 is 5. Sin City Sex and Violence by Frank Miller is $5. The Incredible Hulk 173 is $5. Master of Kung Fu number 35 is $5. Uncanny X-Men 163 is $5. Batman Spawn War Devil, that's going to go for $15. Fantastic Four 192 is going to go for $5. The Unexpected number 183, that's going to go for $4. Superman's Girlfriend Lois Lane number 125, that's going to go for $3. Avengers 199 is going to go for $4. Captain America 305 is going to go for $4. Up top on those runs that I have there, I have Flex Mentallo number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. That's going to go for $30. New X-Men number 114, 115, and 116 is going to go for $20. And then I have Dak Fenders number 58, 59, and 60. That's going to go for $12 for anybody who wants it. Moon Knight gets claimed. We've got 2 FOMO books left. Mike, you're $5 away from unlocking free shipping. Tell me a series you're into. Something else you're looking. You're into Spider-Man? Let me see what Spider-Man books I can do at 5. I have a Spider-Man book here that I think you're going to want. There's a couple of them. I'll keep them at the $5 price point so you can get to where you're going. I have Amazing Spider-Man 26. This is the death of Miss Marvel. And then I have Amazing Spider-Man 944. Both are going to go for $5. Let me know if you're interested in adding either one. I did have a lot of Spider-Man. I still have a lot of Spider-Man. Spider-Man's always a book I'm going to have a lot of. I actually have a special Spider-Man box. But in the interest of time, I'm just keeping out like the bare essentials right now. Mike, if neither of those are interesting to you in terms of Spidey, I have some more Spidey books here. All right, take them. Are you taking them both or are you just taking one? Let me know. Let me know and I'll put them, I'll put you down. Just let me know if it's both. And then, Mike, you got my email. Just scroll up, shoot me an email. And, okay, you're taking both. Perfect. Thank you very much. Okay. Mike, I got your email too. So, Mike Storm, I got you. We're good. All right, very good. Guys, we had a killer show tonight. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Down to just 2 FOMO books left. That's outstanding. That's the way to end a Kickin' show. All right, it's time to spin the wheel of Skidbark for you guys.
It's time to spin the wheel of Skidbark.
All right, so I will spins for James, Mike, and Jacob. We're going to start with James. James, you get a free marble. Next up is Mike. Mike, you get a free DC. I'm hooking you up with the Flash Rebirth number 2. And now Jacob. Jacob gets a $2 comic. I am going to hook him up with, let's see. You were asking me about Savage Spider-Man? Here you go. I'm going to just hook you up with that book. All right, guys. Thank you so much. I will be back on the air tomorrow at the same time at 7 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Mountain Time, 7 p.m. Central, and 8 p.m. Eastern. We're going to be doing $5 trades. It will be my last show of the week. 2 more hours of fun with me. Hopefully, I'll be a little bit more energized today, but you guys have given me the energy to stick through. Mike, welcome to the Kickin' It group. Jacob, thanks for coming back in. James, always good to see you. Lorena, Chris, all of you guys who've tuned in, thank you so much. We had a full room tonight. You guys are fantastic. I will see you guys later. I'm off to go shower and eat dinner. Take care. Have a good night.